bonus under the basket, getting his hand on it, giving us opportunity, and then Austin does what Austin does. He finished it out.
103-99. The Lakers have now won 3 in a row. They win back-to-back games in the state capitol against the Kings. They go to 16-12. LeBron with 32, D'Angelo with 20, AD with 10 points, 15 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Let's hear what J.J. Redick has to say. He's speaking with Mike and the media.
JJ, what did you see with Rui and the tip out and how that kind of typified the way that you've been speaking about him and stepping into doing the things you guys need lately?
Yeah, just a big time play and just it's a small thing, but just to have the mindset and the effort to try to get an offensive rebound on a free throw. I mean, it seems simple, but they had put their rebounding lineup in. They brought Len in. They brought, had Sabonis in there. It was just a big time play. Another game where we don't shoot the ball well, but our guys fought. Our defense was fantastic, particularly in the half court. When we were able to limit them to one shot, and when we didn't turn the ball over and able to set our defense, it was fantastic. And we've had a number of those type plays on offensive rebounds late game. I think the New Orleans game, even the other night, Gabe and I think it was Max had a big one. Those plays matter, and it certainly mattered tonight when Rui made that play.
By getting these 2 wins and I suppose building defensively the way that you've been talking about, do you feel like that sets something in stone of what you feel like you need to win and you can carry back with you?
I think by playing defense, I mean, this team, I believe, was the 5th offensive rated team coming into the first of these 2 games. I don't know what they are after tonight, but they were 5th as of Thursday morning. And if we can give ourselves a chance to win every night and compete every night with our defense, I believe in the long term of our offense and the guys we have, that they're going to be able to make plays and make shots.
JJ, LeBron was in attack mode early, and a lot of it was right at the basket, at the rim. Was it something about the matchup specific for him that you saw him take advantage of?
We had their bigs lifted. Yeah, so just middle of the floor, bigs lifted. Giving them a lane to roll, a lane to drive. I thought the 2-man stuff with him and D'Lo, whether it was middle of the floor in the first half or on the side in the second half, was really good for us.
And do you guys say anything to AD at this point? Because there's been, over the last several years, some free throw situations where you haven't made in late game. Yeah,
I mean, I think that as a player, that stuff can weigh on you. I trust him. I believe in him. He'll be in those situations again, and I'm confident he's going to make the shot. It didn't, this in the Orlando game, I'm not deterred in terms of having the basketball in his hands, with under 30 seconds.
JJ, it's hard to win one game on the road. To beat a team twice in a row like this was obviously going to be a challenge when you guys saw the schedule. How critical was the energy from you guys right away in this game? On both sides of the floor. Do you feel like that kind of set a tone and an expectation?
It did. I've felt our defense early, and coming in both these games to be able to get off to the defensive start we did, where the crowd's not necessarily into it early, and it gives you a little bit of confidence on the road. I thought our energy on the bench was great. And that stuff, all that stuff matters on the road. And so I really do believe it was, the way we started these 2 games defensively is ultimately what gave us a chance to win, because that defense carried over for 4 quarters in both games.
Lakers are back in action on Monday night, taking on the Pistons at home. Tip-off is set for 7:30 here on Spectrum Sportsnet. Our pregame coverage gets you rolling at 6:30. Much more ahead. LBJ dropped 32 in the win in Sacramento. Lakers moved to 3-0 against the Kings. We'll hear from Braun in the Laker locker room when we return.
Access Sportsnet Lakers.
Arrowhead play of the game. James, watch this. We love seeing this one live. It's LeBron. And look at that pass to Rui.
Well, I'll start with AD. You know, he alters shot, he intimidates people, and then when the turnover happens, LeBron is off and running, and over the head bounce pass, on time, on target,
Impressive.
and Rui finishes with a flush.
LeBron finished with 32 points in the win. Let's go inside the Laker locker room. He's speaking with the media.
When the schedule came out, coming up here, winning twice, considering the way that the Sacramento's performed against you guys over the past years was going to be a pretty tall task. To do it, but to do it defensively, the way you guys did these last 8 quarters, how encouraging is that for you?
Well, I mean, we understood in order for us to be able to at least compete in every game and to win games, we can't rely on offense all the time, and we have to buckle down on defense. And you know, we had I don't know when that was. I think maybe 6-7 games ago or whatever, our defense was not so good. I think it was that road trip when we went to Miami, whatever the case may be. And from that moment, we just started like really, you know, sharpening our defense. And I think our offense is going to come. We understand that. But you know, you can win games in this league when you defend at a high level. We've been doing that over the last couple weeks.
What were the determining factors in your offensive approach tonight?
I don't know. I just wanted to seize the opportunity. We had an opportunity to get 2, you know, quality wins on the road in a hostile environment versus a really good team, a team that we have not had much success with over the last couple of years. And I just tried to seize the opportunity and, you know, breathe energy into my teammates.
JJ talked about the kind of just your defense and things that you've been bringing on that end in these last couple of games and the last couple of weeks. So what, you know, you play so many games of defense over the years, but what do you feel like you need to do the most to help the overall product?
Most important is my voice. I always got to make sure that my voice is always commanding and calling things out and letting guys know what things are happening behind the defense. Obviously, you have the point of attack. Sorry, 1 second. You have the point of attack, the guy guarding the ball, and then 9 times out of 10, AD is the anchor. So I just try to guide the rest of the guys behind the back line and let those guys know what's going on behind them. So just try to be in the right place at the right time and also take responsibility with my individual matchups, whoever that case may be that night.
How important is it to have the kind of culture in this locker room where if somebody has it going, like you guys can go to, like it can be anyone's night, like the way it was D'Lo tonight, the way it was Austin on Thursday. How important is that going to be for this team moving forward?
Well, I mean, when it comes to us 4, we know that any given night, us 4 can make plays in bunches to help, to shed a little bit of pressure off the next man, when it comes to us 4. So, we've had that over the last couple of years where I've had it going, or D'Lo's had it going, AR's had it going, AD's had it going throughout this whole season, obviously, and in the past. But, it's great to know that you can rely on each other, and if it's games where you're not feeling that well, or as far as rhythm offensively.
I think in the past you don't love talking about your minutes, but JJ.
Sorry,
yeah,
Sorry, Dave.
no,
Sorry, Dave. Hey, DK, 21-0. Don't worry about it. Go ahead. Hey, D-Lo, tell him now.
JJ shared with us the other day that part of his plan moving forward after you took the time away from the team is trying to limit your minute kind of bursts to like 5 or 6 at a time. And then I think your minutes have been right around 34 since you come back. What do you think of that plan, and do you think that will help getting through the rest of the regular season?
I don't know. I mean, every day is his own challenge. Obviously figuring out a way to continue to make my foot feel as great as it can be. Obviously paying attention to that, and the plan is what it is. So I've been feeling pretty good, especially after the break. And we see what happens. But I'm playing the game when I'm out there, and I'm making sure that I know what's going on when I'm not out there, throughout the whole course of the game.
Rui's always been a supremely talented offensive scorer. JJ said pregame his attention to detail has gone way higher. Obviously, he makes a huge play for you guys tonight. How much better has he gotten with the little things?
Yeah, I mean, he's been great. I just think, like you said, he's paying attention to detail. He knows what we're doing every single night, and we rely on him. I mean, he's a big piece of our puzzle, and the biggest possession of the game was that offensive rebound versus one of the best rebounding bigs in our league versus Sabonis, and that was just super key, and it helped us win the game.
Thanks, Sachin.
All right, yeah, appreciate it. I got to get to my real job now.
All right, LeBron James. Most games with 10 points in NBA history. KG, Dirk, Karl Malone, Cap had 1,509. LeBron James slides into that first position, Byron, 1,510. Just a masterful performance tonight.
Really was. And again, just kind of put everybody on his back. He said, this is how we're going to win this game tonight, by me being aggressive and going downhill. But you look at some of the other accomplishments that LBJ has done, 1,510 games now played, and not slowing down. You know, I mean, it's amazing. When this season's over, he's going to probably own damn near every record in NBA history. But you got to give him props, and I think Clever said it earlier. He's always kept himself in unbelievable condition. He's taken a lot of pride in his body and being ready to play every single night. So you got to give him his props. He's put that work in. That's why he's able to do what he's doing now at such a high level.
No question. And, his ability to choose what the team needs, I mean, it shows true leadership. They need defense. They need him to go downhill. They need him to make assists. He's been able to do that. He's led by example, triple doubles, rebounds. I mean, amazing, phenomenal career. And it seems like he's gotten his team back on track defensively is where they need to be.
All right, the Brow continues to dominate on defense in the state capitol. 3 blocks tonight, 9 in the last 2 games. We'll hear from AD next on Access.